I got a comment on one of my videos that stopped me right there. Someone said the title of your video is deceiving. 15 seconds in and you mentioned you were an email developer and a technical lead. That doesn't sound non-technical to me. And you know what? That person has a point. So let me explain exactly what I mean when I say I'm not technical, because it matters not just for this story, but maybe even for yours. I spent 15 years in the email development world. I was promoted to tech lead, managing a team of 16 people across Europe. And yes, my job had the word developer in it. But let me be honest about what that actually means. I wrote HTML and CSS. But even then, most of the time was just copy-pasting blocks from one template and adapting them. That was it. There wasn't really building anything from scratch. I wasn't writing logic. If you put a JavaScript file in front of me, I would get lost on line 1, like for real. I have no idea what coding means. I do understand what coding means. I don't know code. That's the difference. What I did learn was how to take a brief and turn it into an email. Pixel by pixel, making sure it rendered correctly across every email client. I built the emails, I tested them, and delivered them. That was the job, day in and day out. But I never became a software developer, and that matters. So when I say I'm not technical, I don't mean I'm clueless about technology. I mean I am not a developer. I don't have years behind me of building software. I have years behind me of copy-pasting HTML into a new template. Big line. And I say this on purpose because there are a lot of people that think that they cannot go into AI because they are not technical, because they are not developers, because they don't code, because they don't have the right background. And I want them to see me and think, well, if she could, maybe I can as well. The AI space has a perception problem. People assume you need to be a developer to be relevant here. And that assumption is keeping a lot of incredible, capable people on the sidelines. What AI actually needs right now are people who can build things with it and explain those things to a room full of non-technical people. People who understand business and processes and communication and are able to work with AI tools. That combination is not very common, and it doesn't require a single line of code. That's the space I live in. Not because I couldn't learn to code, but because the skills I already had turned out to be exactly what this moment needed. So no, I am not a developer. I never was. And that distinction between coding and understanding technology, between building software and building with AI, that's the whole point. Now, I want to be clear about something. Complex AI projects do need technical people. If you're building something serious, having one person on your team who can handle the technical side of it is necessary. I am not saying technical skills don't matter. What I'm saying is that not everyone on the AI team needs to be technical. You can have one person handling the complex builds and the rest of the team working on automations, processes, and implementations that require zero coding knowledge. Those tools exist. That work is real and it creates so much value. You do not need to be the technical person to have a place in this space. You just need to find where your skills actually fit. If you've been holding back because you think that you're not technical enough, then I want you to reconsider what technical actually means and whether the definition you're using is the right one for where the world is going. That's it. See you in the next one.